What's up, guys? Back with another video. I thought today I would start by trying to fix something that I've been trying to do for some time now on the ISF. The window seal, not really the window seal, the windshield has this plastic rubber seal right here, and inside that seal there's like a little clip. So it's like a little square rectangle clip, and it clips onto that and holds it in place. Well, when I went to wrap the car, I took it off and I broke all of them, so I replaced most of them, and I tried to reuse a clip that was already kind of like broken, but it wasn't working. So I bought another clip, and now we have to try to fix it. So I gotta now carefully lift the seal up without breaking the other ones, take out the old one, and put the new one in. So let's get the car in the shop, and oh, it's gonna be super hot today. So here is the seal that I'm talking about. It has a little bit of play because it's not clipping in, but up here you see how completely flat that is, but right here it kind of like has a quick loop. So now I have to get this clip into the old spot. So I'm gonna leave the camera here on the windshield wiper. I'm gonna zoom in and we're gonna try to take this off without damaging anything. Okay, so I wanted to actually take my time and do this without cracking the windshield or breaking any of the clips. But what I had to do was lift up the trim where the affected clip is and slightly move it back so I can get to it and pry it out. So let me show you. Right there. So just enough. This thing was such a pain to take off. See, it's all crumbled and stuff. So, after carefully removing it, put the nice new one in. So, the way it looks, these slits in here, these pockets have to face up. That's what this trim sits on. So, in here, there's actually like a little circle. I don't know if you can see it right there. See that? That little circle? It's a circle clip, and this goes right on top of it. So we're gonna put that in now. I want to say it's in all the way. It's not going down anymore. So now we just gotta work our way back into the clip. And that's it. Now you can see how flush that seal looks. And I put tape right here just to protect my vinyl, which is kind of too late because it already nicked it right there. But that doesn't matter. This is fixed. Now the next thing I wanted to do was to show you guys how to do a windshield banner. When I first put this on, I actually hand cut it, and it turned out kind of bad. It looks decent right here, but on that side it's super wavy. So I hand cut this, and I'm hoping it was matching, but it's really not. So now we're gonna peel it off. Now we clean the windshield. One thing to know after taking off your vinyl, you might have these little dirt lines that are actually pretty rough. You're gonna have to scrape this off with a razor blade or a really good cleaner, but razor blade just makes it a lot easier. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna prep the whole surface again with some alcohol. now we're gonna use some knifeless tape, and we're gonna lay it right across and then try to make the actual arch. Next, we're gonna line up where and how low we want the actual vinyl to sit. I'm gonna have it right here where the mirror is, and it's gonna slowly arch to the side. Alright, next, use a measuring tape to measure the top to the line on both sides to make sure it's even. Okay, once that's done, just make sure they're both kind of even. It's gonna take a while, probably gonna spend about 10-15 minutes just trying to get it straight. But once it's straight, we're ready to lay the vinyl. But before we do that, we want to clean the surface first. So here I have my pre-cut vinyl. I bought a big roll of vivid satin black, and I just cut them into strips. So to start off, pull the back in on one side. So once that half is done, we're going to go ahead and roll this back. Alright, so I'm not sure if you saw on camera, but when I was squeezing in that side, this was going down, leaving a gap. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift that side back up and reposition it so that it gets full coverage. Just reposition. Lay it down. So this big crease right here is going to be really hard to squeegee out, so what you want to do is get underneath the vinyl and pull it up to kind of separate the fingers. And just slowly squeegee it. So now that that side's down, I don't have to worry about it lifting back up. So all I have to do is just get my finger underneath the vinyl that's not going to be on the car, pull it up, and squeegee it out. When it comes to an air bubble like this, you literally can just work it in or break it in half. So now I have two, and just push them away. Most of these vinyls now have an air release technology in the backing. So it's like little patterns that will move the air and distribute it around the vinyl. So you can literally just pretty much wrap with your finger, but that's not productive. So here I have this finger, and the reason why I have a finger here is because the vinyl is shifted this way and it bunches up right here. So what I gotta do is lift it back up, reposition it straight out my way and down a little bit. So that finger is caused by a slight shift like that. So if you just keep it straight and even on both the edges and just lightly pull towards you, lay it down here to make sure you have a nice smooth surface, and you can work this out. In some cases you will get fingers again, so all you have to do is just pull back up and work it in. So there's different techniques you can do or use that'll help you in vinyl wrapping. So the main goal is to see what the problem is and work around it so that you can solve it quicker and be more efficient. So here you have a bridge. It's a gap that you don't want to heat and push in there because it will pull back from overstretching. How to solve that? Literally just pull it back up like that and then work it in. So once you wrap this down, we're going to go ahead and pull this knifeless tape right here. In this case, this is wrap cut. It doesn't work as great as knifeless tape, but that's what I have at the moment. We're gonna go ahead and break it so that the yellow wire in the wrap cut can cut the vinyl all the way through. Okay, once you get going, just keep moving all the way down. Hold it all the way through. Keep it consecutive, consistent. Once you cut it, you get the excess here. Pull it straight back. And it leaves a really nice clean cut. And once you pull over the excess, you want to pull down the red tape. So this got to go out because it's sitting underneath the vinyl. So just slowly pull it back. And before I go over there, I want to seal it down. So use your thumb and seal down the edge. You don't want anything contaminating this hard work that you just put out to do this. So that's done. So the next thing's gonna be a little more difficult. It's cutting. Okay. I wish I can zoom in a little more, but I really can't. But so what we can do is on this upper seal, I'm gonna lightly cut just above that seal, all the way through. So if you can see that seal on the camera, I'm just gonna cut right above it. And what happened is once I cut that off and get rid of the excess, I can peel the seal back and tuck the vinyl underneath. So having that 1/4 inch of tuck can prevent the vinyl from lifting up or pulling back, which is great. Same thing with here. I'm going to cut literally 1/4 inch above here as well. So on this seal you can see there's like a little gap. The rubber seal and then the plastic, you can cut right in between that. So what I'm going to do first is cut the sides out to make it easier, and then I'm going to cut the top after. So right there, put that much of blade out. I'm going to cut it like this with my middle finger underneath to support the blade and the top to push down on it. And we're going to slowly cut it. Make sure it's sharp, make sure it's new, and don't press too hard because this will cut through vinyl, no problem. I just glided it in there. Once you puncture it, you can just slightly glide it down and it'll just cut like butter. Next, like I said, on this edge, okay, we're gonna cut right at it so we can tuck it in. So what you can do is use your finger and press down on it so you can see the line. Again, just glide the blade. Don't press too hard. And this should work every single time. So once that's done, one of the hardest parts is next, and that's tucking the vinyl properly. What I like to use is a hard card. This triangle works pretty well because I can lay the long side flat on the panel that I want to tuck. I can push it into the seal and fold it back to lift the seal. And using my squeegee, either with the soft side or the hard side, you can just tuck it in as you go. So I'll try to do this so you can see. So right there, I've already tucked it underneath. I'm going to slowly lift it up like that and then try to get this going. So we're going to start moving slowly. Now right here, I have about 1/3 of the vinyl lifted up and the seal. So I'm going to use this part and then just slowly tuck it. That's it. Just roll it back and then slightly go up. Roll it back. Slightly go up. Roll it back. Slightly go up. And that's it. So to make sure it's down all the way, switch it to this side. While this thing is underneath the seal, pull it back and then just, there we go. So once all is done, it should be tucked in there fairly well. And you're going to repeat the steps again to the other side, but we'll do that later. Next is this top part. So I cut it pretty close to this upper seal. This windshield was replaced, So if you have a Lexus IS, it's not going to be the same. You might just have just the glass and it dips down into nothing. That might be easier because you can just cut along the glass and then call it a day. Here I have to actually pull this back very slightly, like so. See? It's flapped. Now I gotta get this tool and get it started. So try to tuck it underneath. So I slowly pulled it back. Now I'm gonna slowly tuck it in. And there we go. So we got it going. Now I'm gonna carefully do the rest. But it does help to roll the vinyl off the rubber seal. Alright guys, so here we have the finished product. It's got a little bit of air bubbles in there, but it's fine. It's looking super clean. I'm just showing you the tuck. Gotta make sure you tuck it right. And of course the knifeless tape. It looks kind of straight because I didn't arch it, but overall it's pretty clean. For those who actually enjoy watching the vinyl wrap on this channel, stay tuned. We're actually going to start a new series on this vinyl wrap. Let me get you guys a sneak peek of what that is. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. I just want to show you guys how vinyl wrappers and installers put on a banner freehand without using a plotter to cut it out ahead of time. Super easy, a little more time consuming, but it looks great and it was super cheap. So I'm glad I redid it. Now the line looks a lot cleaner than it was. I was gonna wash the car, but it's too hot right now and I'm supposed to let the vinyl sit for a few days before I get it wet. So maybe I'll wash it tomorrow. Maybe I'll make a video tomorrow. I'm glad I fixed that window seal, or that windshield seal rather, because that clip was super annoying. But now it's good. Everything's laying flat. If you guys are planning to tackle any of these do-it-yourself projects, take your time with it, do some more research, then watch my videos. I did some research prior to doing this, and again, just be very careful. You don't want to break anything, you don't want to damage anything. It's your personal car, so take your time. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. So peace.